Welcome to my daily update channel. My name is Joey. I'm documenting the process from going from 0 to 50K per month with my coaching business here all on YouTube. So essentially what the channel is meant to do is to talk to my current problems in my business, to kind of journal them out loud in public, which is two different things that I don't normally do. So that's great. Track my inputs, essentially just making sure that I'm doing the things that I'm saying I'm doing. Also tracking the metrics of my channel's growth and keeping that top of mind. Answering questions eventually. As the channel grows, I hope to be able to answer questions for everybody and add value that way. But for right now, it's basically just adding value to me and just being consistent with myself. It is 1:44 in the morning on a Saturday night, and I didn't go anywhere. Last night I went out way too hard, but for tonight I just kind of stayed in, talked to ChatGPT a lot, and I made a couple different spreadsheets for myself to actually track those metrics. But either way, I was just about to go to bed, and I was like, I need to make one of these because I cannot go back on my word. So that's the whole point of this. But either way, just documenting the process in real time. I wish I would have done that with. I wish I would have done that with a couple of things in my life when it comes to just like learning art or just going through college. I wish I would have been a little bit more adamant about me documenting the process because I'm a creator at nature and I love showing the old version of you and then showing the new. And I had so many different moments in my life that I wish I would have documented. So that's kind of what we're doing. Either way, I have talked to many different chatbots today, and I eventually came up with these two trackers. What these two trackers are going to do for me is track my metrics like I've been doing in the past couple of videos. I need to redo it today, so it's going to be a little bit of a process to see that. And then I also can track my content inputs. So what that kind of looks like is this. So I didn't do much today when it comes to what I wanted to do daily, but either way, I just want to make it so I can. Um, I don't know. ChatGPT went crazy. It made this bar for me to have. It tracked my percentages and how many things I've completed. I've kind of made it to myself to where I want to do at least two short form posts per day. Obviously, it could be more than that. I want to upload a YouTube video, which is this one, or one on my main channel. But obviously, this bar is always going to be clicked if I do one daily here. I want to post threads and some spoke or some written word, like on Twitter or on like actual threads. And I want to make a story post per day and keep active there because I tend to get really like I become a perfectionist in my stories because I want them to have the most leverage, but I feel like sometimes just growing that personal brand requires you to be there, and sometimes I forget to do that. So, what this bar does, it's pretty cool, and I think I might just like make this available for everybody because it's I think it's a really cool tool. So, say you do all 5 days or everything in all five things in one day, the bar will grow, and it kind of creates this like dopamine effect where tomorrow, if I only did one post short form and one post this way, and maybe just did three, I'm not like living up, but I only did 60%. And then after a 30 days or 29-day, 30-day span, you can kind of take the average and decide like, okay, maybe this month I want to like achieve, uh, instead of doing 72%, actually achieve a little bit more. Maybe go up to like 79% for the next month. I feel like that's just a really cool way of like using this tool. And I'm glad I could talk ChatGPT through it. Trust me, it took a lot of renditions. But either way, I'm gonna take these off so I don't like create false dopamine and figure that out. So if I post that story tonight, then I can be able to check that. But for right now, I've only done one short form post, and I'll be able to say I did one for YouTube after this. But that'll be cool. Maybe I'll make a tweet. Who knows? But with the metrics, this one's pretty cool. I accidentally made the dates all the way up to the 17th, so it technically is the 17th. So what I'll do is I'll just mark it that way, and then I'll just mark it for the day in advance, something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to think through that, but I'm gonna go through my socials and do that like metric tracker because this is all I really did today. I didn't have much to catch up on. I've been doing a little bit of outreach, but for the most part, just trying to really identify my avatar. I spent a lot of time writing today and using the chatbots, like I was saying before. But yeah, look, I use Hemingway to write. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but essentially, if you're writing newsletters, it's a really good way to do it because you can come in, click edit, it's free, and it'll tell you. what is really hard to read, what grade level you're writing at, and you want to get it down to like the third or fourth grade because that's when you have the least amount of drop off, intelligence wise, with what you're with what message you're trying to convey, right? Um, so yeah, I really dialed in on my ICP here, and I kind of wrote along. I asked it to like prompt me. So at the beginning, it started asking me like, what's their age range? It's like 23 to 29. Are they male, female? Does it matter? Any gender? Stuff like that. I feel like I really got aligned with who I wanted to nail down on in my content because you can lose its steam after a while. Like I think I was still riding off of like what I made in 2024, and it still has to do with a lot of artist stuff or like someone who wants to start posting content. I'm not really looking for someone who's like starting to post content. I'm more looking for someone who is like dialed in on content, maybe a little upset with their current situation, not able to make money with what they're doing, not not really aware that UGC is a thing. And I think that'd be the type of person I'd want to make my product for instead of it be someone who's just starting. Maybe I'll make a like I did. I said in the previous videos, I want to make like a school page again, maybe a paid one. But that's where I can use a monthly thing for newbies, people that are brand new. Something a little bit smaller, low ticket. I can use that for people who are brand new. It could be artists, could be whatever. How to present themselves online with the artist filter over it. And I think that's where I'll stick. But for my high ticket and my one-on-one coaching, I want it to be generally people who are obviously making some money because I don't want to make anyone go broke for my coaching. Um, I want them to probably have had an education. I want them to live in states that I won't make them go broke in because if I start looking at people in India, you know how that goes, which I'm nothing against that. It's just you can't really pay rupees to US dollars. I've learned that the hard way. Um, so yeah, I kind of went through all that today, which is a really, really good thing. But let's go through the metrics today. So as far as the metrics are concerned, with let's go to the main channel first. So for the main channel, 2723. I don't really know what it was before, but I think it was around 268. So I've gone like almost 100 in a day, I think. So 2723. All right. So what's pretty cool about this little tracker is that what's cool about the tracker is when you add the next day in. So say tomorrow I have 3,000 subs. In between, it'll say how many I gained, which is just a really cool tracker because like you'll start to see it go up and down and like all these different things. And obviously, you can look at your inputs and realize that you're not doing enough, and that's what's happening. So I tend to have that's how I kind of want to have it go. Sorry, um, it's a little late, and I've been staring at this computer all day. So daily channel, we're still at 2, which is totally fine. Like I didn't even expect to have 2 yet. 32 views on the channel. What do you know about that? My video 2 days ago got 11. The day before that, I got 10 views, and it's not all me. I promise. It wasn't me at first, but I've been leaving them alone to see if these start to trickle up. Okay, let's go to the Instagram page. See what that following is like. I think probably another 100 or so from yesterday. So I'm at 59,852. Nice. For TikTok, 6677, I think. Yeah, 6677. That went up a little bit from last night. Last video, I remember being 6666, which was pretty crazy. And then my email list. Let's see what's going on there today. So 2133. Okay. 2,133. I think I might already crossed my goal for the email list this year or for this quarter. I tend to make my goals every quarter, and I think I definitely increased on that. So that's pretty cool. Um, so yeah, that's basically it for today. I just want to show you my charts I made, which I think is a good step in the right direction because it's going to keep me dialed in because I love a little bit of structure. Um, because I need just like a little bit of like I said, I like those bumpers up. But either way, yeah, I don't have any questions yet because obviously I'm gonna ask the audience here tonight. Then I'm gonna pop them in there on the story or in the next video. Either way, it was a pleasure. I'll catch you tomorrow, and I'll let you know what's going on. I took a couple calls today as well, so I did like an onboarding call and then a regular call. But the calendar tomorrow is looking decent. All the purple. Um, that's a bunch of different students. So yeah, we'll be cranking here soon, and catch you in the next one.